Good morning. Welcome to Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis, and it's good to have you with us on this Friday morning. We made it through another week. Congratulations. We have your HCC news and information for the next half hour, plus some special guests joining us shortly. But right now, my special co-host this morning, Dr. Tony Rayos Sutherland, joining us once again. Tony, good to see you.
Good to see you. Glad to see everybody out there. It's a wonderful thing. The weather is not so great right now, but I hear it's going to be better, right?
Well, the sun's shining here. I don't know. It's nice out here. It's warming up a bit. At least we didn't have to deal with everything that our neighbors in the north, in the Dallas area, or Austin, or boy, they really had to deal with a lot of crazy stuff this week. We didn't have to have that. No ice.
No ice, right?
Yeah. So that's a good part. It's just cold. Hey, we want to thank everyone watching us on Facebook Live and YouTube. We're here just about every morning when HCC is in session, live at 10 a.m. And Tony, you know, they can also catch us in social media anytime and on HCCTV.
Yes. HCCTV at noon, 5 and 10, Monday through Friday. And when you look for us on social media, always go to Houston Community College District, not just HCC, because you won't find us there, but you'll find us Houston Community College District, Facebook and YouTube.
All right. So, Tony, you're going to be interviewing this next guest. Marilyn Swick is with us. She's the SAG actor and screenwriter, director, and producer, as well as an ASCAP songwriter and producer. Marilyn, good morning to you. Good to see you. We're going to be talking with you in about 10 minutes, so stick around. We'll be with you shortly. All right, we're going to kick things off welcoming back one of our guests, and he's been on the show a few times, Judge Bill Littlejohn. He's a retired judge, also an HCC electrical technology student, creating Liberian solar training program. Judge, it's always good to see you. Welcome back to the show. Let's see if we can get you to unmute your mic. Your mic is still muted there. There we go.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, good to see you. So last time we were looking forward to hearing more about everything that you have going on, because you were telling us about the solar training project that you're involved in Africa. And we spoke last spring. You were getting ready to go back to Liberia. I imagine you've made another trip to Liberia?
Yes, I did. And I must say that HCC was not even in my life until a few years ago when I met Dr. Siddiqui at one of you all's events. Right. And ever since then, I have been around HCC talking about you all over the world, wherever I go. Yes.
Well, we appreciate the promotion, and you know, you're a shining example of you know what our students can do, because you're a retired judge, but as you
I'm the oldest student too.
The oldest student as well.
I'm 79. I just had a birthday.
Oh, wow. Congratulations. Happy birthday. So you've had an interesting experience, because you learned here at HCC, the solar training program, and now you're taking your knowledge overseas, particularly to Liberia. So maybe you can update the audience on what's going on there.
Yes, we've been farming in Liberia since October 2019. And now we're seeing, we looked at a medical report. We see so many babies dying. Liberia has maybe 20% electricity, 80% without electricity. And I felt that solar panels could make a big difference. So that is what we're trying to do. And we're talking about solar panels from America, hopefully, because solar panel companies are moving here to make solar panels. So that could help create jobs right here in America also. But over there, we're going to do solar panels. We have a school there that we're working with. And next week, we'll start our first class. Wow. We will be sending 3 people to the solar class, and one has to be female. And since then, some other people in Liberia said, hey, we want to send some people to that same class. So we're expecting to change the world. That's what God put us here for.
Yeah. And you are you teaching these classes yourself? And are they done through Zoom, or how does that work?
Well, I hope to be. I'm still studying a little bit. I've had 2 classes at your place, and I've had 1 class at Sunnyside. And the instructor at Sunnyside will be an instructor, a Zoom instructor. And then we hope Matt Adams at your place will be an instructor. We want to take him to Africa with us. So we will see.
I know you, last time we talked, you credit Matt Adams with a lot of things in getting you on board and sharing his knowledge, but maybe you can talk about that because everything he's done for you. And now you're talking about bringing him over to Liberia as well, right?
Yeah, he's very unusual, as you all probably know. He would bring people in who just got jobs in solar, saying how much they'd make an hour, and all this practical experience he has. He even took us down to the VA Center twice, went up on the roof, and I shouldn't be on the roof, but I was up on the roof with about 20 other students, and he's going further than just teaching. He's doing this practical applications, and we're happy about that. And there's one other. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
There's one other thing, Todd. When I started looking into selling solar panels in Africa, and there's 55 countries in Africa, I started looking at all these terms. There's an International Chamber of Commerce that has all these 11 different terms that you have to know when you start shipping stuff overseas.
Right.
And I don't know if HCC has a course like that or not, but it will be. It should be. You should look at it.
We have a logistics program, so maybe that's something that would fall under our logistics program.
I'll look into that. Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you this, because I think it's fascinating what you've been able to do, because you're not only bringing solar electricity over, but you're teaching people. And I imagine from what you're telling me, with 80% of the country not having solar or not having electricity at all in Liberia, this is going to change a lot of lives. Once people have the knowledge, they learn the skills, and they can actually enact and employ themselves. Is that correct?
Yes, and it's not that expensive. Buy a solar panel. The expense comes when you have to buy a battery to back it up. Yeah. But at this point, women and men spend their whole day trying to cook food for their families, and we can alleviate that, and it's not that expensive.
Now, you studied the electrical technology program at HCC, and was this mainly at the Central College? Because you mentioned Dr. Siddiqui.
Well, that's the only course I've taken at your school. No, I'm sorry. I took air conditioning. I took air conditioning. As well, huh? Yeah. I took that course, and I passed. and I'm going to take as many other courses as I can at your school. I want to continue to learn, sure. And thanks to HCC. So,
what's next for you? I mean, you've got a lot on your plate right now. Maybe you can tell us what's coming up.
Yeah.
I understand we want to talk also to you about the sister cities and the summit you're involved in. So maybe you can tell us about that.
Yeah, back in July of last year, I was elected to the board of the International Sister Cities, which was started by President Eisenhower in 1956. Our goal is to have 500 new African-American sister cities, Africa's sister cities with American sister cities. And that increases them. That's where the biggest economies are right now, is on the continent of Africa. And I want America to be involved in that. President Biden, I just left the summit in December 15th. He was saying, yeah, we're going to do something in Africa because Russia and China really outperforming us in those countries. Right. And that's where most of the minerals are that we need. Yeah.
Well, Judge, I know you've got a lot on your plate, and I know we appreciate you hearing these updates from you. So next, we want to get you back on the show again. Give us another update once this class gets underway.
Thank you very much. If I get Matt Adams over there, that's a victory.
Well, we'll see what we can do to help you with that.
Okay, thank you.
Judge Bill Littlejohn, he is a retired judge and HCC electrical technology student working to create a solar training program in Liberia. We'll have all the information on our post after the show. Thanks, Judge.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Tony, fascinating story, learning here at HCC, but taking the skills and knowledge, to help others as well.
Oh, yes. It's neat because, we kind of feel like HCC is helping because we helped him and he's helping them. So it's a contagious thing, helping each other.
Well, it's a good contagious thing. So, all right. So you've got a special guest for Film Friday. I'm going to let you take it away.
Yes, we have Marilyn Swick. She's a SAG actor, a screenwriter, director, and producer, as well as an ASCAP songwriter and producer. All kinds of things. Marilyn Swick, thank you for being with us.
Absolutely. Good morning, and thank you for inviting me.
Oh, we also want to add that you're not just a writer and all of that. You are an award-winning screenwriter, director, producer, songwriter, and also an HCC filmmaking program alumni. You came to us.
Absolutely. I went to the Town and Country branch.
I love it. And I'm sure you learned a lot of things there that you're applying now. So tell us a little, give the students a little advice of what they need to do to be successful.
Yeah, absolutely. And I also want to add, I love working with student filmmakers. I try to encourage anyone to work with them because they truly are our future in the filmmaking industry. So the advice that I would give is really stay true to your stories, be authentic in your writing and filming, and even with sound. Don't forget about sound. It's so critical to have good sound.
Sometimes it's harder than video.
You are absolutely right about that.
Yeah.
You got to keep your audience engaged in the story that you want to tell. And those character arcs, don't forget about those. And you can apply those to all the traits in filmmaking.
Very good. Very good. Now, I understand that you just wrapped up on your award-winning screenplay, Ocean Child, which you filmed in Plymouth, Massachusetts, and Oahu, Hawaii.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I wish I was with you. And it's about a mermaid story. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, it is. Laura Coons is my co-writer and also the director for Ocean Child. She lives in Katy. And one of our lead stars was also Latisse Towns-Quare, who lives in Houston. So we had quite a large Houston presence in this film. And it's about a young girl's journey towards her destiny as a mermaid and attending an underwater school of mermaidology and Neptunism in spite of her mother's fears. Laura and I had an original concept called Wish Upon a Starfish that we did as a proof of concept with a really diverse cast. It was critical to me to have a diverse cast. And we shot this in Houston about 5 years ago, and then we expanded the storyline and brought more diversity to the cast. And it ultimately became Ocean Child. And the screenplay has been on the film festival circuit for a couple years. And we finally, funding's always hard to do. So you got to get your funding in place. And we're
the business end of it, right?
Yeah, for sure. We're really excited to shoot it in Plymouth Beach, which is a beautiful location with beautiful water and rocks, and also Oahu, Hawaii. And I also should mention that Joy Tuck, the little girl that was in it 5 years ago, reprised her role and came to Massachusetts from Hawaii to help us film this again. Yeah, we're really excited.
Oh, how wonderful.
Large Houston.
That is so wonderful. Well, I also know that you co-wrote and produced 2 songs.
Yeah.
I think with Evelyn Rubio, which she's been on our show here before too.
Oh, Evelyn is a fabulous entertainer. So we cast Evelyn, and she sang and played her saxophone in the film. It was beautiful. We cast her as one of our mermaids, the music teacher for the school, underwater school, and she led a song. And we also co-wrote. She just recorded the song in studio 2 weeks ago in Katy, actually, at Across the Road studio. And we also utilized the new Dolby Atmos. So look for that. We're very excited about that. And also Avery Lynn, who played the lead role of Hope, co-wrote along with myself and Donna Bukovic, and we recorded her song, Wish Upon a Starfish, in Virginia. And both of these songs are going to be released as singles and then submitted to the Grammys. So we're very excited about that.
That's excellent. Now, something very interesting. We found out that you you insisted on an all-female crew. Tell us about that.
That was very, very important to Laura and I. I mean, as we know, or maybe our audience doesn't know, that female filmmakers and screenwriters still make up only less than 25% of key roles in the film industry. And this was really important to me. So I sought out female crew, and I'm so excited that I was able to fill all those positions on the dates I needed them, because we all need to work together to change this narrative in our film industry.
And we're not just talking actors, we're talking directors, assistants, all those.
Absolutely. The crew. I'm not talking about the actors, the crew, the director of cinematography, the sound, the gaffer, the grip, the screenwriters even, and the directors. So even if you look at the recent award shows, just pay attention to who's been nominated. Gotta vote for those females.
Gotta get that experience so you can get that. Yep. And also when you think about going into the film industry, there's all kinds of positions, like you just named a few. There's many more. So there's a lot of things to choose from to work at. So tell us, what is next for Ocean Child?
Yeah, so we're in final post editing. We're going to have picture lock next week, and then we'll go and we'll add all the music and the songs, and then it will start its Academy Award qualifying film festival circuit starting next month. And hopefully with the culmination of this mystical series being optioned and picked up for
that would be wonderful.
Yeah, for sure. So, network, Hulu, Nickelodeon, Disney. It's a beautiful story that I feel is really important to be told in the time that we live in, to talk about hope and diversity and never giving up on your dreams. And I think it's time for a limited streaming series like this for all ages.
Well, I was going to say, you said Disney, so it's kind of a PG type of thing.
Oh, absolutely. It's a beautiful, mystical story.
Excellent. Well, later this month, we're going to have Houston president of the local SAG AFTRA chapter on the show.
Yeah.
And we need to remind people about a lot of things. This month actually is the annual SAG Awards streaming on Netflix on February 26th, 8 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern time, and 7 p.m. here Central. What do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, it's a very exciting time of year for all of us SAG-AFTRA actors, because we receive all the screeners to watch. We have a lot of films to watch and series, et cetera, all the nominators. And we watch them. And what's really, really different about this awards is that it's the members that vote for the winners.
So that's good. It's not just
Absolutely.
Judges somewhere off. This is actually the members.
Absolutely.
That means more. When your colleagues, when your colleagues appreciate your work.
Yeah,
that's so good.
Yeah.
So, anything else you want to tell us about, when the students go into the industry, what are some things that they need to be aware of?
Yeah, I would.
When they're just starting.
Yeah, absolutely. I would be involved with any workshop or class or community groups. I know that Houston has many, many Facebook groups and acting and filmmakers, cast and crew groups. I would participate and help and work and mentor everyone around you. Everyone has so much that we know, and so much more that we can teach and share with everyone to really continue to build each other up and support each other in the industry, no matter cast, crew, craft services, wardrobe. Like you said, there's so many jobs that we all need to do to have that culminate in a wonderful film.
That is wonderful. Well, thank you so much for all your advice and everything. So we have just talked to Marilyn Swick, a SAG AFTRA actor, screenwriter, director, and producer, as well as ASCAP songwriter and producer. That is a mouthful. That's wonderful. And an alumni of HCC, no less. So, if you come to HCC and you really put your mind to it and your heart to it and all of that, you can be just like Marilyn, right?
Or even better.
Or even better. There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being on the show. We really, really appreciate it.
Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you both. Film Friday as well today. Okay. Tony, we got a few things to talk about before we wrap up the show. Some announcements. The Veteran Leadership Program for Personal Growth, as part of learning and about and achieving their personal growth potential, veterans receive a premium executive package offered at no fee to veteran members, complimentary assessment and course materials, and they'll also be able to draft and execute a personal development action plan. If you'd like to check that out, it's 5 to 9 p.m. Tuesday, February the 7th, this upcoming Tuesday, at our Missouri City campus, HCC Southwest College out at the Missouri City campus. Check our post after the show. We'll give you a link where you can register on that. And there's also a digital IT information session as well, Tony.
Yeah, it's called Get Your Answers. So if you need more information on a program offered through the DIT Center of Excellence, or you're just trying to figure out what program do I want to go to there, this is the place to go. I know that there are so many careers in that field. You may not even know of one. And so they'll help you with that. So join the Dean of Digital and Information Technology for a useful and resourceful information session to help you answer all your questions. It's 10:30 to 12:30 p.m. Thursday, February 9th, and it's virtual.
Check our post after the show. We'll give you a link to register for that as well. Black History Celebration Through the Arts, Spring Jazz, a collaboration between HCC's music department and student life. This event includes students and faculty, as well as artists from the Houston Youth Jazz Orchestra, all celebrating the impact of jazz on American culture. It's a free event. It's at the West Loop, 7:30 p.m. February the 21st at our HCC Southwest West Loop campus. We'll have some more information in our post after the show on that. And there's another exhibition we have going on as well, Tony.
Yeah, New Visions of the American South faculty exhibition. Faculty artist Natalie Stovall is currently holding a solo exhibition of her work, inspired by her reflections and experiences during a road trip from the American Southwest to the Southern East Coast. So that should be very interesting. I love road trips. A lot of people do. Let's see what she comes up with. And it's open now through April 6th at the HCC Northwest Spring Branch Gallery, and it is also free. So check it out in our post after the show for a link.
It's that wonderful time of the year, the time that most of us have grown to hate. It's called tax season. Unless you're a CPA or something, you're probably pretty excited about it. Otherwise, none of us are excited about it. But you could get a refund. If you're ready for a refund, find out when to expect yours. Wondering if you'll get an IRS refund? Well, who isn't, right? HCC has a site that can help you. Visit the link in our post after the show to find out how you can get the latest information on your tax refund. And by financial coaches, we've got them available for our students as well, Tony.
Yes, thinking of finance and money, how am I going to pay for this, whatever, we've got the answer. HCC is dedicated to holistic student success, which is why financial coaches are here to help you navigate college and prepare for fiscal success after college. Students are encouraged to meet with a financial coach to discuss finance plans, questions, or problems. Because, you know, not all of us do well with our finances, even us older people. So financial coaches are very helpful in helping you learn how to get through this. So, and you can visit our link after the post to find out more information about it and get coached on your financial needs.
Okay, second start semester kicks off next week. So if you want to sign up, now's the time to do. Registration we have year-round at HCC. When we get to this time of the semester, the courses are you still have to take the same amount of credit hours, but the sessions are much shorter, and they get shorter and shorter as we get towards the end of the semester. Anyway, there are 5 ways to learn: online anytime, online in a schedule, hybrid, in-person, and hybrid lab. And if you'd like to register, don't wait. Go today to hccs.edu/apply. Okay. Got a weekend ahead of us here, but when we return on Monday, it's Mental Health Monday, and one of our favorite guests, Dr. Sean Fitzpatrick of the Hume Center, returns for his regular visit. And we'll also hear from James Mabel as well from Career and Placement Services. He'll be talking about our career fair season. And Tony, I know you work with a lot of the students that James sends over. I mean, we put them to work all the time here at HCCTV.
Yes, we've got a lot of interns that come through him, and you get paid while you're learning, and and so it's a very good thing, and you get that hands-on experience. A lot of places you go and they say, well, what experience do you have? Well, if this is your first job,
this is the way to do it. Yeah, this is the way to do it.
So go here, and James can really help you.
Yeah, so make sure you tune into the show on Monday. All that and more. Big week next week. Okay, folks, thanks for being here. Have a great weekend. Tony, thank you for joining us this morning.
Of course, it's always a pleasure.
All right. Thank you all. We'll talk to you again next week, Monday, live right here, 10 a.m. for Up to the Minute.